Show 'em how your place looks. Needs to get groomed. So show 'em how to make looks. Think about yourself and say fuck all to the fake crooks.
Hi, this week I went out with my Fujifilm X100V, primarily to do some street photography, but it was a really quiet night. There weren't many people around, so ended up taking a lot of photos of shop windows. I was with a friend, took a couple of him, but yeah, I just want to talk through my photos, what I like, what I don't like, um, yeah, and maybe give you some pointers in street photography. So keep watching and give us your feedback, give us your comments, what you think's good, what you think's bad. Um, Happy to have a chat. Hope you enjoy. First up is this grocery store. I've adjusted the color grading to make it more cinematic. It's quite dark and moody. Composition wise, it's pretty centered. We've got the window in the front and then the wood frame around it, so that gives a frame to the picture. But for me, the picture's cold. Um, it does tell a bit of a story that it's a shop, but that's it. Nothing interesting at all, really. So what I did, I homed in onto this pumpkin head. Composition is off. Should have had it in the corner more. I do like the colour grading. Really goes well, gives it a sinister look and feel to this. We moved on down the road to another grocery store. This one had better lighting outside, so I was able to capture the fruit with some light on it this time. I'm not shooting with flash at this point, so it's still quite a high ISO and got a bit of grain on it. Composition wise, the guy's off. Also, the framing of the whole shop area is slightly off. Cutting off the corner on the top right hand corner, so not too good really. But saying that, I do like the feel of this photo. It's quite authentic. Got the guy rolling a cigarette as he's walking past the shop window. Yeah, it's got a good vibe. We then come across some artwork that's done by some local artists based at the Wycombe Art Centre. Street art, graffiti, all commissioned by the local authorities to basically brighten up the area. Otherwise, this would just be boarded up building. I think it looks really good. We then pop into the shopping centre and it is completely dead. So we take pictures of shop windows. It's got some nice reflections and the lighting looks pretty cool. Then we find Bill's restaurant. This was a good shot because we had better lighting and we also had the reflection on the windows. But again, lighting was just not good enough for no flash, so we've still got grain. Also, the composition, for my liking, is a bit too boring. It's straight on. It's just not saying a lot for me. For me, there's not much emotion in this picture. There's a guy in the right hand side which looks much more interesting. I actually wish I got a closer shot up of him. I think that would have made a much better photo. Next up is a pizza shop that's got a lot of cool LED lights. This photo in particular, the top half is just too busy. The trees in the way. You can't really see the people on the right, and the angles of the actual pizza store is, it doesn't show anything. We've got a leading light that's coming out down the floor, but again, it's not doing much for the picture. I'll now come in closer for a full shot of the pizza restaurant. Composition wise, the building's okay. Should have got more of the seating area. Took a couple of steps back, I think. Lighting is okay. We've still got grain. We've still not got no flash on. I like the colour. The atmosphere is nice, but again, with the lack of people, you just got no emotion from this photo at all. It said photo me, so I did. What caught my attention in this theme was the LED lighting on the poster on the wall. That was my main subject, but the rest of this picture's just too dark and black and doesn't contribute to the artwork. This is Fujifilm Classic Chrome at its best. You just get the colours, the cool temperature of this photo is really good, and it just works well with the fabrics in the picture. Composition wise, I could have got closer, but at the time I was trying to focus on the guy who's in the middle of the shot between the curtains. Again, I could have got him in better focus, but yeah, and the lighting weren't too good on the sign at the front. Saying that, the difference in the contrast makes me like the picture. Here I've taken a picture of my friend, but what catches my eye is the book behind it. I was trying to be clever and took a picture of a book that says images, but this image does nothing for me. This picture is looking through the window of a bar. Due to the ambient light, we still got a bit of grain, but it's not looking too bad. For composition, I was trying to get more of the mirrored wall in, as well as the bar and tables. I do like the colours in this photo, but for me, the whole scene is just too busy. Another Turkish barbers, and I just love the ambient feel of this. We've got the retro feel of the chairs, the warm lighting. We've got the leading lines of the chairs and the countertops, but there's no payoff at the end. It would just be much better if there was a subject there. We're now on the High Street and we come across two famous High Wycombe icons, the Pepper Pot and Dennis's Kebab Van. I think this photo would have looked better if I was square to the building, but I was kind of square to the kebab van instead. At this point I had put the internal flash on, and I think the lighting's a lot better, especially around the kebab van. However, the lack of faces just doesn't give me enough emotion. However, I do get nostalgic about this because, yeah, a lot of good times at that kebab van. This funky light shade really caught our eye. I thought this composition would work well, but what was more interesting was the actual reflection in the light shade. So I went for this shot. The composition has got the shop as well as the reflection on the orb. I think the Fujifilm Classic Chrome filter on this really goes well with the black and white interior of the room. This reminds me of the old retro 70s sci-fi films, something like 2001 Space Odyssey. I just love this look. We're now on the other side of town. I've gone for this window to show the reflections of the cars and the people walking by. There's a bit of high exposure on the pub sign, but everything else doesn't look too bad. As for composition, I could have taken a little step to the left, got more of the road in, cut off the boring bits on the right hand side. I was also shooting handheld and at a low speed, and actually hoped for more motion blur in the car headlights than what I actually got. As I came in front of the pub, I noticed this piece of graffiti being illuminated by this single light. I've kept the warm lighting because I think it just gives atmosphere. Actually got a person this time, but shame he wasn't looking. Again, a couple of steps to the right would have got better angles in the yellow frame, but there was a poster in the window that stopped me from doing that. I do like the colours and I like the blue haze at the back of the room, but for me, the photo still lacks emotion. So these are my three favourites from the night. Why don't you let me know what your favourites are? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, see you later.